Hello friends, Rahul Jha welcomes you. Topic of today is how activities of rabbit can be controlled in land for farming. So let's start. Controlling rabbits' activity in farming land can be challenging, but there are several effective methods. Fencing, installing rabbit-proof fencing around the perimeter of the farming area can prevent rabbits from entering. Make sure the fencing is buried at least 6 to 12 inches underground to prevent burrowing. Netting. Netting can be used to cover crops or vulnerable plants to physically prevent rabbits from accessing them. Repellents. There are various commercial repellents available that can deter rabbits from entering certain areas. These can be sprayed directly onto plants or around the perimeter of the farming land. Traps. Live traps can be set up to capture rabbits and then release them elsewhere. However, these methods require regular monitoring and can be labor intensive. Predator decoys. Predator decoys. Placing decoys or visual deterrents of natural rabbit predators such as owl or foxes can sometimes discourage rabbits from frequenting the area. Cultural control. Modifying the farming practices can also help. For example, planting crops that rabbits are less attracted to or using raised bed can make it harder for rabbits to access the plants. Companion planting. Some plants are known to repel rabbits. Intercropping with these plants can help protect vulnerable crops. Habitat modification. Clearing brush and dense vegetation near the farming area can reduce rabbit habitat, making the area less attractive to them. Scare tactics. Using noise making devices or motion activated sprinklers can startle rabbits and discourage them from coming back. Integrated pest management IPM. Implementing a combination of these methods in a coordinated manner as part of IPM strategies can often yield the best result. It is important to note that no single method may be completely effective on its own, so a combination of strategies might be necessary for successful rabbit control on farming land. Additionally, it's essential to consider environmental impact and choose methods that are safe for both crops and surrounding ecosystems. Is there an example in the world where these controlling measures have been used effectively? Yes. There are several examples worldwide where controlling measures have been used effectively to manage rabbit population in farming areas. Australia. In Australia, where rabbits are considered a major agricultural pest, various control measures have been implemented. These include the construction of extensive rabbit-proof fencing network, habitat modification, biological control, through the introduction of rabbit diseases such as myxoma- myxomatosis and rabbit hemorrhagic disease, and ongoing monitoring and management efforts. New Zealand. Similar to Australia, New Zealand has also faced significant rabbit population impacting agriculture. Control measures in New Zealand have included fencing, trapping, shooting, biological control, and habitat management. These efforts have been particularly successful in areas where integrated approaches are used. United States. In the United States, particularly in agricultural regions with high rabbit population, such as parts of Midwest, farmers have utilized various control methods. These may include fencing, trapping, and habitat modification. Additionally, some farmers have employed the use of trained predators such as domestic ferrets or dogs to help control rabbit population. United Kingdom. In the UK, where rabbits have long been a pest for agricultural areas, similar control measures are employed. These include fencing, trapping, shooting, and the use of biological controls such as disease conservation organizations and farmers often work together to implement effective control strategies while minimizing impact on native wildlife. These examples are highlight the importance of integrated pest management approaches, combining various control methods tailored to specific local conditions and severity of rabbit problems. Additionally, ongoing monitoring and adaptation of control strategies are key to maintaining effectiveness over time. How these measures are implemented on ground. The implementation of rabbit control measures on the ground typically involves a combination of planning resources and ongoing management. Here is a good general overview of how these measures are implemented. Assessment and planning. Identify areas where rabbits are causing damage or posing a threat to crop or ecosystems. Assess the extent of rabbit population and their behaviors, including feeding patterns, breeding sites, and movement corridors. Develop a comprehensive plan for rabbit control that considers the specific needs and constraints of the area as well as desired outcomes. Selection of control methods. Based on assessment, choose the most appropriate combination of control methods for situations. This may include fencing, trapping, shooting, biological control, habitat modification, or a combination of these approaches. Consider factors such as scale of problems, cost effectiveness, feasibility, and potential impacts on non target species and environment. Implementation. Install physical barriers such as rabbit proof fencing around vulnerable areas or crops. Set up traps in strategic location based on rabbit activity and movement patterns. Trap may be live traps or relocation or lethal trap for population reduction. Employ shooting as a control method where appropriate, ensuring safety and adherence to local regulation. Implement habitat modification measures such as vegetation methods or removal of sheltering sites. Apply repellents or biological control agents as needed, following manufacturers' instructions and environment regulation. Monitoring and evaluation. Regularly monitor the effectiveness of control measures through observation, data collection, and feedback from stakeholders. Evaluate the impact of control efforts on rabbit population and agricultural productivity, as well as uninterrupted consequences on non-target species or ecosystem. Adjust control strategies as needed based on monitoring results and changing conditions. Adaptive management. Continuously adapt control measures based on new information, technological advances, and changes in the rabbit population or agricultural practices. Maintain flexibility to respond to unexpected challenges or outcomes and consider long term sustainability and resilience in management decisions. Collaboration and communication. Coordinate efforts with other landowners, farmers, conservation organizations, and relevant authorities to maximize effectiveness and minimize duplication of efforts. Communicate openly with stakeholders about the goals, methods, and outcome of rabbit control activities, addressing concerns and soliciting feedback as appropriate. By following these steps and employing an integrated adaptive approach, effective rabbit control can be achieved while minimizing negative impacts on the environment and other species. Thank you.